Okay, so Mom found me, and we've been doing anal glands each time, right? For quite a while. And that was because, have we been doing anal glands before you met me?
Yes.
Yes, so that was routine. So when you came here, you said, Dee Dee, do the anal glands, how do you do them, right? And I told you about them. And I told you I do them like a veterinarian would or a vet office because I've been trained by one. So we do it internally. And we got to the point where we were kind of weaning off.
Right.
We were going to test it, right?
Yes.
And we took 1 month break. So we did this month and then we skipped the next month. And now today we did this month, right?
Right.
And every time she came in before, you always sit and wait for her.
Oh, yes.
Right. Did she scream before?
No.
She's never screamed before to do anal glands. So we skipped last month to try to see if we can do every other month. And what is she?
Oh, she was yelping and screaming.
She screamed when I did her anal glands.
Yes.
And her anal glands are tiny. And I actually went in there and I was like, oh, don't feel like nothing. And all of a sudden I had to really go, and it was like, and she goes, ah, you know, she screamed. And I was like, oh, and then I had to go get the other one. There's two. So then I had to go get the other one. And sure enough, it was like, it was really. So I wish I'd have had you back there so you could see. So next month, this is how I would do it. Could they explode? Yep, anything can. And even though we're doing this, she might have a bad week, right? And all of a sudden, like, she ate something different, got into something, chemicals change, body change, whatever. All of a sudden, it's like, what is that? And she's got an explosion back there, anal gland explosion. Or not. As we do them internally, hopefully we're preventing that from ever happening.
Right.
And if it were me, she screamed, and she's never screamed before. I think this is our 6th groom, maybe 6th groom, and she's never screamed before. So today she screamed because we skipped a month, so they had time to get like solid full, right?
Right.
So I almost said we were going to skip today, right? Because I was like, any signs of staining and stuff?
Let's just check.
You said go ahead and just do it because I was going to stretch it 3 months. Can't do that, not with her scream. I knew her level of pain when I had to take the anal glands out, express them. So I feel like I'm glad we didn't skip this month, but now I'm going to put it in your decision making to decide, go back and do monthly. Because I think monthly, since she never screamed before, we were right there before it got so full that when I go in the next month, it's actually pretty painful. She would let me get it. It's fine. There was fluid, but it wasn't like, oh, you know, so painful.
Right.
And so it's, you don't have to decide now. You can think on it. Okay. And the next groom, you let me know what you want to do. Because it's budget, and it's also what we're doing back there. Okay, so everything takes a toll. Okay? All right, thanks a lot for letting me do anal glands.
Sure.
Do you know what you might do already?
I'll probably do it every month.
Okay, if you can afford to do it every month, I was going to say, call your vet and find out how much anal glands are. It's not inexpensive, but it's not a groom cost, but it's not cheap. So then you decide, can I afford to do it every month? What is it worth it? What's not? And then things
for her not to have pain. It's worth it.
I think so. Okay, thank you so much.
Right.
Okay, we're fine right now, but as soon as I come back here and actually start touching, if I just want to groom under her tail, let's see if she'll make it. You're going to let me lift your tail now? Are you going to let me lift your tail? Well, she's okay right now. Okay, well, let me get the clippers going. And we're not even doing anything, so I'm just touching her tail. Try one more time. Hey, thanks for watching Dee Dee with My Favorite Groomer. Now, normally I don't recommend doing anal glands, especially on a young dog like this, but if I touched her tail in another video, you'll see if just kind of moving her tail, not even doing anything, she's like screaming, you know, or this bark that's high-pitched and really you might hear it, but really loud, obnoxious, but really loud, and it's just like, I'm wondering, is it anal glands? So I called and got permission from Mom to see what we got on the anal gland situation, and it's hard to say they're full without actually just doing them and seeing how full they are. I was trained by a veterinarian to do these. I don't recommend you guys do them at home. If you pop one on accident, then you could cause some injuries. but I'm going to do an internal anal gland expression. I was trained by Dr. Graham at Fossil Creek Animal Hospital years ago, and he doesn't know, it's shut down now. But here we go. Let's see what we get. We're trying to see if that's why she's screaming or if it's just she's just not used to the grooming yet. So if you want to come back here. And then whenever you're doing this, you want to keep your mouth shut. And if you don't know how to do it, don't do it until you get like professional training. They are full. That's one side, just the brown. It's going to be fluidy. I'm going to the other side now. And then we've got another side. So they're pretty full. You got some gel there, but the brown, they're pretty full for her size. So I'm glad we did that. All right, thanks for watching My Favorite Groomer on YouTube. See you later. Okay, we're going to see. We've done an anal gland expression. And prior to this, that first video, she's, you know, really, really screaming. So let's just see if she still acts the same. You never know. You're scary. You're scaring me. Is that better? Is your anal glands better? She's still kind of doing it, but it's much better than it was, though. Huh? Better? Are you hooking my hand? Yeah, a lot better compared to the video number 1. Yeah, big time. Okay, thank you. Thanks for watching.
This is Mama's idea.
Okay, so we're going to do anal glands on this guy. We've never done them before. The sign that he's showing is nipping and chewing the tail, having a scooting or something like that. But the 3 signs is nipping and chewing the tail, funky, fishy odor from the rear end, or dragging the tiny on the ground. Shoot, I had a brain fart. Okay, so he is showing some signs of nipping and chewing the tail, okay? Big dogs usually don't drag their butt, but they can. They usually don't. So we're going to do these anal gland expression. Be prepared to be bitten. I mean, that's just real. Just be prepared for that. And in this case, Dad's going to hold his head for me. And then I've never done this video on, it's kind of gross, so I've never done this kind of video with anal glands on YouTube.
Which way you want?
I know there's going to be some negative comments, but this is internal expression. Almost all groomers do external expression. I don't do that because I've worked with veterinarians. If you don't know what you're doing, don't mess with the anal glands. He's going to turn that way. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
So for my protection, if Dad wasn't here, he would have a muzzle on him and he would be locked in pretty good. But Dad's here, so I'm going to loop him with my big loop over here. And, well, let's see here.
I can still hold it.
There we go. So I'm going to, this is for me, because if he whips back and tries to bite me, because dogs can bite through the muzzle, so
yes, they can. Just
because they have a muzzle on doesn't mean, oh, okay, you know, we're 100% not going to get bit. No. So this is all for my protection, even though Dad's here, because he's a big boy.
Thank
you. Get it? You got it? Okay, thank you. Okay, so Dad clipped that. So I've got him, so if he were to whip back and bite, he can only go that far. Okay, so I'm going to be over there. That's what that is. And Dad's going to stand here, and Dad's going to watch his face, because sometimes dogs just bite whatever's in front of them.
He ain't going to bite me.
Okay? And then, I like to do them in the tub, because if it squirts everywhere, then I can rinse it off easily. And the dog's butt should be rinsed anyway. It's going to be nasty smell. So I've got my glove on. And you don't want to touch anything else once you get your glove on. You want to keep it clean because that's going to go inside the body. Use some lubricant here. And, okay. And I look away and I shut up. So I'm going in. Here we go.
Stay. 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 I know.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Come on. We're good. We're good, bud. We're good. All done.
Okay.
So this is anal glands. This is really gross. There's 2 glands in there. This is how much came out. It was a lot.
Okay. Stay.
He said, okay, Dee Dee.
I don't need to see it.
Okay, I'll talk about that in a minute. Let me rinse a tiny for him so we can get him out of the tub because it's a really uncomfortable situation. Well, you can see it kind of went everywhere, so you want to rinse that. Use soap. Okay? I mean, it's stinky. It's very fishy.
I'm going to get a bath when we get home. Huh? It's fine. I like baths.
Get in there. If you're scared of getting in there, get a towel. But wash it good. Because there's like this a little bit of what I think reminds me of acid. It'll burn later if you don't rinse it all nice and good in there, okay? And then, you know, just wash your own hands.
Good boy.
Good boy. Hey, let me get a small towel. Dry your butt off a little bit.
Hey, that wasn't me. I was up here, okay?
It wasn't Daddy. It was Dee Dee. Say, Dee Dee did it
He loves
to you.
baths, though.
Does he?
Oh, God.
Well, it's a great day for that today,
He'll jump in the damn bathtub and sit there and wait on you.
Okay, all done there. And now we can take all this stuff off here. One and two. Let's see. So what was his reaction up front here? I didn't really see. I was too busy talking to the camera.
His eyes got big.
His eyes got big?
His eyes got real big. Wait. Stay above.
Okay.
Come on.
All right, everyone. I'm actually going to do a conversation about anal glands afterwards, so this will be video 1 of 2 on anal glands. So thanks for watching My Favorite Groomer. Talk to you later.